Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Operation Arsenal, a bit of a transfer update video and also, unfortunately, some bad news for Arsenal fans. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this by now. It's been 2 days since it was announced. I wasn't able to make this video yesterday, but I still wanted to talk about it in today's video because I think this is a big deal. It really is. And this man right here on my left side, or right, I can't tell between whatever, Jack Wilshere is leaving Arsenal at the end of his contract. He is only going to be an Arsenal player for another 2 weeks. It's the end of June he officially leaves. Actually, it's less than 2 weeks now. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because of what Jack Wilshere is, who he is. He's Arsenal. He's an Arsenal man. He's been with Arsenal, since a very young boy. I'll put some pictures up on screen of him as a youngster in the Arsenal kit, and you see it, and there's pictures of him at Highbury. There's plenty of stories as well that I've read since he's announced he's leaving, and it's really a big deal. And I'm seeing a lot of negativity, a lot of Arsenal fans pretty much just saying, "Yeah, okay, see you later. You never played anyway." I get that there is an element of, well, he didn't quite hit that potential that we all really thought he would, and yes, there was many times, many seasons where we did not get value for money with Jack Wilshere. That's for sure. High salary, not playing, Apparently, I should probably talk about this before we talk about him leaving. He was offered a new deal, but it was a pay cut, and he wasn't promised a starting role. So I understand, Wilshere was apparently going to accept the lower money. He said, that's fine, I'm happy to stay at the club on lesser wages, it makes sense. I think some reports are he was on 120,000 per week, and the new deal was 80,000 a week. It's still an incredible amount of money, and for him to stay at the club that he loves, for him to stay in London with his family, it made sense for him just to stay. But upon Unai Emery having an interview with him, or not really an interview, but just a little chat up, a little meeting with him, he was very honest apparently in this meeting and said to Jack that he's not really part of his plans. He's not going to get much game time. And as a player who has been injured so much in his career, who hasn't played near enough games, his stats speak for themselves. He's got less than 200 appearances for Arsenal, which blows my mind. You kind of understand, though, as Jack Wilshere has become more fit over the last 6-8 months, has been involved with Arsenal and has been involved with football, to not get selected at the World Cup by England, or Gareth Southgate, I think he would have gone if it wasn't Gareth Southgate, and to not be seen as an important player, it's time to move on. So whilst I completely understand, and I think it's fantastic that he would have committed his future to the club even on less money, it's a shame. It is a shame, but Unai Emery has come in with new staff, he's got new ideas, and Arsenal need a fresh start. And unfortunately, no matter how brilliant of a player Jack Wilshere is, he hasn't paid off. He really hasn't. He's been, when fit, a very good option for us, but let's be honest, he's missed more than he's played, and it is what it is. But why is this such a big deal? It's not necessarily the quality of Jack Wilshere that I think we're going to miss. It's the person, it's the story. Jack Wilshere has been at Arsenal forever, it seems. You think about the players that we've lost over the last 24 months. It's pretty frightening to see who's actually left from this English core we've had for so long. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm going to really miss Jack. Arsenal recorded some videos with Jack Wilshere that they hadn't released yet. They were planning to release over the summer. They had to quickly push them out because, of course, he was leaving. And you watch the videos, and he's such an integral part of the players. In the changing room, future captain for sure. In fact, I thought he was going to be named captain. If Wenger stayed, I think he probably would have been named captain for next season. With Per Mertesacker retiring, with Laurent Koscielny injured quite a lot, I think it would have gone to Jack. You can see in these videos that he's one of the lads. And all the players, I'm sure, really love the guy. He may not be the loudest. He may not be the most exciting player to be around. He's not very energetic. He's got quite a boring way of living. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to portray here. It's like he's not very hyped ever. He's very chilled. He's a very down-to-earth guy. but the players love him because he's Arsenal. He's Mr. Arsenal, and he is now going to be moving on to probably West Ham or Crystal Palace, and that's probably the best move for him. I wouldn't expect him to be going abroad or moving far away from London because he's got young kids. He's got a family in London, so I'm sure we'll be seeing him in the Premier League next year and probably playing for West Ham. It wouldn't surprise me. They'll pay his wages and he'll slot into their team, and I guarantee you, if he stays fit, he will be up there as one of the best players for West Ham next season. There's no denying his quality, but clearly doesn't fit into Unai Emery's plans, and maybe just doesn't trust his injury record and thinks, you know what, Arsenal have been plagued with injuries and players that are constantly getting injured. Let's start from scratch. So Jack Wilshere will be massively missed by many, many people, and of course he's not watching this video, but if he was watching, I want to say thank you. He's been a loyal player. He's gone through a lot at this club. Those moments where he played against Barcelona and got man of the match in that game. I will never forget that match. The Norwich goal, the game against Norwich at the Emirates where he scored that lovely tiki-taka goal with Cazorla and Giroud, and it was he scored so many great goals for us. And you're going to be missed, mate. You really are. Jack Wilshere is an Arsenal legend. He may not be a legend in terms of the amount of games he's played, the amount of trophies he's helped us to win. He's just been a legend of a man, and that will be a sore miss. It really will. I'm really, really going to miss him. But with players leaving, of course, it means players coming in. So let's have an update on Torreira, who is still at the World Cup with Uruguay, of course. Reports that it has been done. 30 million euros from Sampdoria to Arsenal. The Sampdoria president has already said on live TV that they have sold him for 30 million euros, but there was no mention of Arsenal, no mention of when it's going to be announced, but it has been done. Lucas Torreira is leaving Sampdoria. Probably at the end of the World Cup it will be announced, and there's no doubt in my mind he is coming to Arsenal. It's going to happen, but I doubt it's going to be announced anytime soon because he's still at the World Cup. Unless they send the shirt to him and he puts it on for a couple of pictures in his hotel room, I doubt that that's going to happen. But you never know. So Torreira comes in, effectively replacing Jack Wilshere. But this is something I want to talk about because I feel like Jack Wilshere leaving is another thing. We needed a centre midfielder anyway. So those people saying that it's a like-for-like swap and that we're good in midfield, I disagree. With Jack Wilshere staying, we still needed someone like a Torreira to come in. So now that Jack's leaving, for me, that means there is another hole in the squad, another big hole in the squad. We need to replace him. So whether we do go in for someone like Golovin, who's been incredible at the World Cup so far, or we go in for William Carvalho, or we go for Nzonzi, we do need to bring someone else in. So I'm hoping that Torreira will not be the only player to come in for our midfield. But there is some complications with this because Jack Wilshere is leaving on a free. He's run down his contract and therefore we will not be able to make any money off him. The only thing that we do get, of course, is those wages freed up. So if we can bring in a player, he probably won't be too much money up front. Maybe we blow some wages on a free agent. I don't know how this is going to work, but Arsenal need to make sure that we're not only bringing in Torreira, but also replacing Jack Wilshere with another central midfielder. So that's important. The other player that seems set to go is Söyüncü. Now, I don't know too much about this guy. I've seen a couple of videos of him on YouTube. Of course, who doesn't do that when their team is linked with a player? Looks solid. Of course, it's difficult to watch just a 10-minute highlights video and determine how good a player is because, well, that's highlights. It's not, the mistakes he's made. It's not the misjudgments and the bad calls he's made. But he does look very promising. Mislintat is a big fan of him and has been following him for a while. And apparently Unai Emery is a big fan. And Söyüncü has been, he's been interviewed multiple times since being linked with multiple different clubs around the world, including Bayern Munich, by the way. And they brought up Arsenal, and he said, that's the dream move. I don't know if it's been badly translated. You can go ahead and research it yourself. But from what I read, what I saw, the article was quite literally, so what do you think of being linked with Arsenal? And he said, that is the dream move, and I hope it happens. So he wants to go over to Arsenal, and who knows how much that deal's going to be and whether or not we can make it happen. But that seems to be done in terms of getting the player to want to join. So it's just down to money and agreeing between the two clubs. No information on Socrates yet. That's going to be a little while, but Söyüncü is probably on his way if we can get the deal done financially. Torreira is definitely a done deal. He will be announced by the end of the World Cup for sure. And of course, we've already got Leno and Lichtsteiner. So it's been a very good window for us Arsenal fans so far. Very exciting times. But this really has been an upsetting moment for me with Jack Wilshere announcing that he is leaving. I recommend checking out his Instagram and Twitter posts if you want to read why this has happened. I explained it, but he explains it better. It is quite literally lack of game time. He's not feeling like he's worthy or valued, at Arsenal anymore, so it's time for him to move on. It's a big shame because I love Jack Wilshere. He's been a great Arsenal player for us when he's been fit, and he will be greatly missed. But I want to end this video on another bit of sad news, unfortunately. It's not going to affect you guys too much, but it's affecting me big time. The dog that I grew up with, who lives with my mum, is sadly very unwell, and he's going to be put down tomorrow. There probably won't be a video on Friday because I'm going to be with my family and we're going to be there for when he gets put to sleep. He's just, he's not doing too well. His heart is seriously underperforming, and leaving him alive with all of these medications, it wouldn't be fair. He's not feeling himself. He's not eating. I'm going to miss the guy. So, forgive me if I don't upload tomorrow. I'm going to be just chilling with the family and we'll be mourning him because, it's just... I'm getting a bit emotional now. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.